Hey guys, it's Jem. So I'm here with your Divine Feminine reading. Today I've done it again a little bit different. If you saw the masculine reading, you'll understand. But basically, I've asked for the overall energy situation going on for the feminine. Then I've channeled into what her headspace is around this situation, this energy, sorry, and the heart space around this energy. And then we will pull a soul card to finish. So as always, guys, if you want your own personal readings, whether it be around love, your soul spread, your career, moving forward, clarity, please let me know. Contact me. We can organize that for you. Otherwise, we'll get into today's reading. Cool. So, first of all, I feel like I want to flip these over. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. All right, feminines. Hey. Hopefully this lights on. So, first of all, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is a very fiery queen. This is very much about, like, I know what I want, I'm going in for it. Okay, not a lot of thinking around this queen, but basically what I feel like this is for the feminine straight up is that she's just in her power. She's basically kind of just waltzing through now, being like, I know what I want, I know what I deserve. Like, things need to step up, basically. I'm going for it. I'm all in. Like, I know what I want. I'm going for it. So this is a very powerful energy for the feminines. I feel like it's also a little bit, though, of, like I said, without that logic there, I feel like this is a little bit of an erratic energy going on within the feminine. So I feel like she's been very erratic recently with her thoughts and her direction. And not in a negative way, just very much like, what's the feeling I'm getting here? I'm seeing something like, I feel like she's kind of just like, almost like a temper tantrum. She's kind of just like shaking her head, being like, what the actual fuck is this? Like, what is this all about? Why do I keep, investing my time in things and people that just doesn't feel good? Like, why can't I just own my stuff and go forward with that courage of, like, this is me. The too much thing is what's coming through. Like, I feel like this is that queen of, like, she knows she's glamorous. She knows she's got it all going on. But it's that fear of being too much. So she sort of flies in and then steps back and goes, oh, I don't want to, like, disrupt the status quo, things like that. So feminines, if this is sort of how you're feeling, I feel like it's a very, like, just indecisive kind of, just, there's so much going on in the headspace. Like, it's just like, whoa. But basically this overall is saying she's been very erratic because she just feels like she's at her wit's end of rushing in and things just not working out. But lo and behold, we have the Death card. So what this is saying to me straight up is this Queen of Wands energy has not been working. Flying in, going off the handle, that kind of fuck it kind of energy, like, right, that didn't work, next thing. So feminines, we're coming through a bit of a cycle closing out here, which is awesome. Feels so good to see this card. I don't think I've ever been so excited to see this card, like, jump out of the deck. But basically this is saying, like, this cycle is closing. Like, this is done. This behavior, it doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for our relationships. It doesn't work for our plans and goals around, whether it be creating business or career, friendships, because we kind of, we get into that feeling of our true essence, and rather than kind of logically moving forward with it, we just kind of throw ourselves in the deep end. And then we get frustrated when people can't meet us there because we haven't kind of expressed ourselves openly and honestly, all that kind of stuff. But basically, there is a cycle that's closing. There is a behavior, a habit that is coming to an end because she's fed up with having to kind of keep going back and doing the work and stepping back and observing. And, she's ready for things to just start flowing. So this is the cycle that's closing out. Now, this is going to be resonant to you on your own level. This might be a cycle around the partners you've been choosing. It might be a cycle around the way you're eating or exercising or lack of exercising. Might be a cycle around how you respond to, potential rejection, things like that. So just really sit with that cycle and, like, really feel free to release it. But it's coming to a close. And then what we have coming from there is we have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this is like communication. This is like coming in. I feel like I want to say this is good news. It is good news. It's very good news. It's very exciting news. And I feel like it's going to come through in the sense of like a message, potentially like a text message or like a letter or something. So again, this could be career, this could be personal, this could be relationships, this could be anything, but there's signs that are coming in around this, and there's going to be like communication around it. So pay attention to the signs is what I'm getting here. I feel for a lot of us, and again, you know how much I don't like channeling this in because I don't want it to be misleading, but this is around, I want to say romance. I was going to say a relationship, but it came out as romance. So there's going to be forward movement in a romantic way. Okay, but it's very encouraged to not get ahead of yourself and go into this fiery energy where you just start burning bridges and things because it's not going your way. Okay, but there's something coming through. But again, if this is more you not waiting, but if this is more like that you've applied for a job, or like you're stepping up in your career, you've done a promotion, like blah, 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 this is also saying that if that's where you're at in your life right now, this could be that communication that's coming through to, kind of deliver that message of good news. So just stay open. Do not attach to the how, when, where, why. Just kind of trust that it's on its way. It's making forward motion. But we are still kind of completing this cycle. So, I want to say a few weeks. That might be relevant. That might not be. But again, as I say with these readings, guys, this is what's coming through the channel. Okay, this isn't a set in a few weeks. This is going to happen. It's just... this is the channeled guidance, okay? So keep an open mind. Try not to resist anything. But basically, she's moving into her Queen of Swords. She's coming into that place. It's really funny. In the masculine reading, he came out as the King of Swords. So she's very much in that same thing. No more bullshit. I am standing my ground. I am independent. I am successful. I can make my way no matter what. And, like for everything that's not working, I will just cut it out because, like, if it's not serving me, I don't need it. This is very, like, empowering feminine. This is, like, the divine feminine in her queen essence. She's very much just like, look, I can do this. I don't need the crap. I don't need the baggage. I don't need the disappointment. I don't need the half-assed lovers. I don't need, I don't need people, like, doting on me for false reasoning. I just feel like there's like the massive list here. But basically the feminine is just like, you know what? I am this independent, amazing woman, and I will do what it takes to reach my desires, and for whatever's not working, I'm just going to take my sword and cut it loose because it's only going to weigh me down. And that's so empowering. That is so empowering. Like, I love that. I love that. Because you've been doing a lot of work, feminines. Like, you really have. And it feels very tough sometimes to feel like you're kind of consistently running in and doing this work and doing these ideas and healing and everything else. And, like, you're still just not seeing any movement, like any communication, any result of your work or manifestations. And it gets defeating. But this is that cycle that's closing out now. You're coming more into that flowing energy of like, yeah, I got this. What's meant for me is going to come for me. My desires, they're right there. I don't need to worry. I just need to acknowledge anything that's holding me back from my true essence and from my desires. And I'm just going to cut it loose. No questions asked. So that's like, yeah, that's awesome. I love that, feminines. I love that. Makes me excited. So now I'm going to ask about the headspace for the feminine. And we have the World. Basically, her head is like, how can I create a better world? How can I create my world? And this is also like in the Major Arcana Tarot, this is saying like the world, basically it's like, yeah, everything you want, everything you desire is like, is coming. Like, I can show you the world. I feel like that's the song that comes in. I can show you the world. And 2 and 1, it's a 3. That's celebration. That's, that's connection. That's 2 cups, filling into another cup. Like that's like, it's beautiful energy coming through. So her head is like, yep, I'm starting to take logical steps, and thinking about this wisely now, because I'm sick of seeing things fail. I'm sick of feeling that I'm doing all this work for nothing. But basically I can show you the world. And this is Archangel Michael. Ask him to help you out here, in directing you towards your purpose. He's a very powerful archangel to work with. But also the purple is really standing out on this card as well. And this is intuition. So even though I've asked for the headspace, like the intuition's the third eye, it's still part of the head, so to speak. But I feel like she's very much like, she's trusting her intuition and then she's logically putting it into action, which is so great to like use that. So yeah, headspace around all this, feminines, you are right on track. You're just like, yep, I know what I need to do. Don't get in my way. And then we've asked for the heart space for the feminine reading, and we have here the nurture card. So as you can see, like nurture, again, another 3, a reason to celebrate, a reason to feel abundant and fulfilled. And like nurture is all about, like, this is that Empress energy. Like in her heart, she's very much like, I want to nurture my goals and dreams. Like I want to daydream about them and bring them into reality. And I want to nurture myself. I want to feel my body feel good. Like I want to move. I want to dance. I want to like feel and touch and just really step into that goddess energy of like, yeah. And the heart space is really like in that. It's just like, I just want to nurture. And even moving out of like her inner world, this is saying too, like the heart is really calling for a need to nurture. Whether that's around wanting children, maybe you want to become like a teacher or something that works with children, or caring for like aged care. Like I feel like there's a calling here in the heart space that there needs to be something she can kind of tend to achieve a bit of that emotional fulfillment. And it's always first, you first. That's like the message, like you first, feminines, like nurture yourself first. But for those who have been filling their cup and are feeling pretty good, maybe it's time to start looking at ways you can nurture, your dreams, your desires, other people, that service sort of feeling. But yeah, definitely it starts with you first. That's the disclaimer there, Spirit's throwing in. So just, the heart's just leading the way. It's just like, let's just feel good today, let's just feel good today. And the head's like, yeah, well, the world's our oyster, basically, so we got this. So head and heart are right on track. Empress energy, queen energy, like, feminines, you are just on fire. The queen energy, the empress, like you just are standing on your own, and it's so beautiful. So be proud of that. Show that gratitude for these healings, these tough times. Like I know they've been painful, but like you are coming into this amazing transformative queen. So just give yourself a pat on the back for enduring is Spirit's message there. You can tell when it's a Spirit message because it comes out so like loud and clear. Okay, so soul message, just to finish up, feminines, you are entering a period of positive change, deep and profound transformations that occur at the deepest level of your being. You emerge with a renewed passion for life, full of romance and creativity. And that's this world card, a happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Like, this has all been worth it because this is the change. This is the cycles that had to close out so that you can become this Queen of Swords, so you can start receiving these good news, this awesome, like, happy days, like, this is what I've been waiting for kind of thing. This is where I've wanted to be. So I hope that was helpful. And if you are still stuck on your healing, please reach out to me. Like, I do offer sessions to help with energetic divorce. So if you're really struggling to disconnect from past lovers or anything like that, please reach out if that feels aligned to you. Or if you want your own personal love reading or soul spread, you can reach out to me and we can arrange that as well. But basically, you are about to transform from the erratic, fiery queen to a stable, in her truth, in her power queen that just has the world at her feet, and she's that empress. No questions asked. So that's awesome, feminines. Like, keep up the good work. Like I said, I don't feel like this is going to be for much longer. But please just obviously honor your own process, honor your own feelings, honor your own meditation and manifestation processes, goals, desires. Really keep working on that feeling. And I'll see you next week.